Good morning, everybody. I'm trying to think what day it is. It's Tuesday. Tuesday the 16th of August, and as promised, now I don't know what's going to happen because the streaming, I was trying to set up the streaming and doing it automatically, and so if it's come across, I have clicked schedule and I got a message just now saying that my live video is going to schedule, but I think it'll be a black screen. Anyway, I'm doing the video the way I usually do the video, and I've called this Self-Care Tuesday, or self-care. It's for every day. And this came about actually because I was talking to my good friend David, and he's on watching just now. Thank you, David. Because I was thinking of the word like cobbler's bairns. That means like those who are in a job are good at it but tend not to look after themselves. So if you're a carer, you're probably not taking care of yourself as much as you should. Now, self-care is not a new concept. It's often talked about, but many don't practice it. Perhaps you think, oh, it's not for me, I'm fine, or worse than that, you've maybe conditioned to say, oh, it's being selfish, or it's too complex, but nothing is further from the truth. Self-care is just what it sounds like, taking care of yourself. So it's easy. But what is difficult, like my ABC, is practicing it, making it your good habit. Now, we all know that it's easy to create bad habits. That's so easy. I mean, really, it's just ridiculous how easy it is to create bad habits. But now you need to do the same thing for good habits. So, what does taking care of yourself mean? It means that mentally, you've got to take care of yourself in all these aspects, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and physically. And you need to consciously and deliberately, that's important, consciously and deliberately do something that takes care of you and your overall well-being. Of course, self-care is different for everybody because we all have different needs, but you can do it. Start now. We're all living busy lives with multiple responsibilities and other people to care for, whether it's babies, children, older relatives, siblings and more. And there's no time at all to look after ourselves. That's what you think. And of course, as I said above earlier, we've been conditioned to think, oh, looking after ourselves is selfish. But if we don't take care of ourselves, we won't be able to take care of others. When you take care of yourself, you'll feel better. And when you do feel better, every area of your life feels better, whether that's work or personal. Now, here are some benefits of self-care. And there's quite a few of them. It improves your physical health because you're becoming more aware of your own body and mind. Remember my tip when you're taking time to do my ABC. You can do this when brushing your teeth or just slowing down. Remember when I've talked about this before, slowing down to eat. You know, I remember somebody jokingly saying to us, because we all rushed our food when we were at school. You know, you thought you only got so much time for lunch. So you were told, you know, you really should be taking 40 chews to each bite. Now that's a bit much, but slow down. The benefit of self-care is it reduces stress and anxiety. So taking a warm bath, walking in nature, doing my ABC. Another benefit, it improves your self-esteem and self-confidence. Remember my affirmations, I am amazing, I feel good. Research shows that practicing self-care increases your confidence and self-esteem. And of course, you've got more resilience to deal with life's challenges. It improves your mental health and can help manage your mental health issues, even prevent them from getting worse. Of course, these tips are not a substitute for professional help. Remember, if you need it, you need to seek professional help. So that's, I think it's like people will often say, well, I'll go to the doctor, I'll do this because they'll sort everything. Now, they may help you, but you need to, take responsibility and manage your health as well. And often, as there's a long waiting list to see professionals, then you can use these tips to help you as you wait, and research backs this up. It also improves relationships. The happier and healthier you are, your relationships are happier and healthier, and it improves your relationships with others. But of course, you've got to look after yourself first. So I know I can hear you saying, well, what do I do? What are some of the things you can do to take care of your mental, emotional, psychological, physical and overall well-being? In short, you can do anything that makes you feel good, makes you feel better, makes you feel cared for. It can be something as simple as getting a new haircut. I might have to be doing this myself, trying to grow out my fringe here. Treating yourself to your favourite coffee, your favourite tea. Self-care is also something that doctors and the medical professionals are trying to get everything to do, to take charge of their own health. Don't just pop the pills and go, I'm going to be fine. There's always side effects to things, but you can manage your own health and help yourself. Now I can hear you say, well, that's all very well, but I need the medicines. I need professional help. And of course, I hear this so often. I can't do it. I can't do this. I need this. I need this. But you can help yourself. And of course, no matter what support you need from medical, psychological and other professionals, it's important to know and understand that you can take charge of your own overall well-being. And this includes making healthy lifestyle choices and taking an active part. So don't be passive. Take an active part in managing your short or long-term conditions. You might also be thinking, oh, well, this is all very well. That's for people who've got money. Self-care, so it's going to be costly. But you can actually practice self-care without spending any money. As always, I like to give some tips, but sometimes I know when you listen to my long length of tips, you think, oh, I can't be bothered. This is all too much. But bear with me. I've kind of pulled together some of the important tips. And, well, I suppose you could say that some of them might be needing to spend money because you're going to be using your energy if you're heating up water for a bath. But here are some important tips. Drink lots of water. I know most of us don't drink enough water. Eat as healthily as you can. And I know, of course, with the money issues, financial crisis, people, that's going to be difficult. But just try to do your best. Don't binge on things. But give yourself a wee treat. I mean, my wee treat's chocolate. And I've had to discipline myself to just take one bar of a chocolate, not take the whole block of chocolate. That can be difficult. So that's my self-discipline. Relax in a warm bath, maybe a bubble bath, and let the aroma just envelop you. And maybe some candles, but remember to take care when you're lighting candles. Listen to your favourite music, and if you can, dance, or move around. Say no to things that you don't want to do. Now, I know you don't want to upset people. I mean, I've been a yes person until I realise, I still find it difficult, but I realise I've got M-U-G written on my forehead. You know, I'll go to Pat, she'll do anything. If we just ask her, she'll do it. So I've got to kind of select things and be careful. I don't want to hurt anybody, but say no to things you don't really want to do. Spend time with loved ones. Now, this is a difficult one because remember, I've talked about this before, that we can be living with negative people and they don't even realise all of these tips I give people. So you've got to be careful when you're spending time with loved ones. Remember to be with them when they have a positive outlook, or at least in a positive mood. I mean, sometimes the most negative talk comes from our closest friends and loved ones. So just watch out for that. Get a good night's sleep. Now, I hear a lot that, oh, I can't sleep and I can't do this. And particularly older people, perhaps they're, having a nap in the afternoons. But everybody's different. I know they say that you hear that, oh, you need 8 hours, 9 hours sleep. I've never really followed that sort of rule. I try and get enough sleep, and it's this kind of deep sleep. But try and get in as much as you need. I think what happens is that when you're older and you sit in a chair and you can go into a deep sleep, so you might even have, instead of 20 minutes, you might have fallen asleep for 2 hours. So if you've had these 2 hours, then you might not sleep as much later on. And of course, there's another older friend used to say to me, just lie there. I said, well, get up. If you can't sleep, don't lie there worrying and letting everything, go through your head. Get up, make yourself maybe a hot drink. And I know I've got another friend, she gets up and she sits and reads for a wee while and then goes back to bed. But a good night's sleep is an important aspect of life. And my favourite, take a walk in nature. It gives you a new perspective on everything. And then part of my ABC, remind yourself how amazing you are. Write down at least 5 things that you like about yourself and read that list often. I think we have a tendency to go, I don't like this about myself, I don't like that. And so stop this, the don'ts and the can'ts. Write down 5. That's not a lot. 5 things that you like about yourself, and then read that list often. Or remember, I think I mentioned in previous videos during lockdown, put some of them or all of them on post-it notes and just stick them around where you can see them and read it often. And of course you can use my ABC to say and remind yourself, I am amazing. And repeat this. And this leads me, of course, to my last tip, and it's not the only tip, but it is vital and easy to use. And that is my ABC. So the A is for affirmation, and for self-care, you can use words, make up your own, but you can use words like, I am amazing, I am worthy, I look after myself. And as I say these or write them on post-it notes and stick them around everywhere. Because when you do this, it boosts your mood. So just think about that. We're so quick to look at what we don't like about ourselves. So turn that around and use a positive affirmation. And to find out more about what an affirmation is, of course, you can head off to my website, or, there's a Mind Bites video actually that you can buy to show you how to do these, the ABC. B, breathing. Now that's the deep breathing. And I know I harp on about this and I repeat it, but it's so important, particularly if there's viruses around. You can increase your immune system and the capacity of your lungs by doing deep breathing. And we're going to do one in a wee while with a Mind Bites meditation. And that comes to C, creative imagination. That's why I call it my ABC. Creative imagination is using your creative mind, and so many people say, oh no, I'm not creative, or I can't do this. Again, ditch the word can't. So I finish with a Mind Bites mindfulness meditation, and I call this one a safe place, because I think if you're overwhelmed and you're stressed and anxious and life is just all too much, my Mind Bites meditations are maybe 2 minutes, under 3 minutes long. Now, nobody can tell me they don't have 2 minutes in every day rushing around. I mean, just take time for you, and this takes you into your own safe place. So I want you to follow me with this now, and it means, of course, that you've got to be sitting comfortably. Put your back against the chair and have a straight back, and just pretend there's this invisible thread that is holding your head up to the ceiling. And you've got to kind of relax yourself, but still stay focused, and start with your deep breathing. So if you close your eyes now, this is a fabulous meditation if you're feeling stressed and anxious, and it helps to just boost You're self-confident, you feel better, you feel safe, and it reduces your stress and helps you let go of any fears you have. And it's good for self-care. So I want you to sit comfortably. Just rest your hands on your thighs, just on your lap. And I want you, remember your feet flat on the ground, no crossed legs, because you want to feel grounded. And I remember, if it's a lovely day, you can do this outside with bare feet, and you can feel your feet on the ground, on the grass. So with your eyes closed, I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold. And then exhale through the mouth. Now you can do this to the count of 3. And remember that when you breathe in through your nose, your diaphragm should go out. That's deep breathing, not from the chest. So let's take another deep breath in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Hold. And then exhale slowly through the mouth. Now, as you take your next breath in, I want you to imagine that you're in a place that you like to be. It can be anywhere. Somewhere you like to go to dream or just sit. Imagine your surroundings. All around you is quiet. You feel safe. This is your safe place. No one can enter this place unless you want them to. You are comfortable just being there. You have no fears when you are there. You have peace of mind. This is your safe place. Remember this safe place in your mind. Now take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold. And then exhale through your mouth. Now when you take your next breath in through your nose, I want you to say, as you exhale, I feel good. And when you take another deep breath in, feel that energy, that self-confidence breathing in and flowing through your mind and body. You no longer feel stressed. You are calm and yet energized. And then repeat your affirmation, I am valued, I am worthy, I am amazing. Now you can open your eyes and then stretch, of course, just because you've relaxed for a couple of minutes. Just stretch and yawn if you want, and then just say again to yourself with your eyes open. And if you can look in a mirror, that's absolutely fabulous. And just look at yourself and say, I am confident, I am amazing, I feel good. Any of these things, that really helps. I hope you've enjoyed that. That's your safe place. And of course, I think in another video, and I often finish with virtual hugs. Hugs are mega important. Now it may sound a bit creepy, and you might remember my sort of creepy video where during lockdown when I said, if you haven't got anyone to hug you, hug yourself. You can feel, if there's no one there, you can hug yourself and feel your warmth of your arms around you. And it really works. So do that. Hug yourself. And of course, thank you for listening and watching to my ramblings, my little points of wisdom. Please take note of them. And remember my 2 trademark tips. What are they? Smile and laugh. They cost you nothing. And of course, virtual hugs to you all. Until the next time. Bye for now.